Hello! Welcome back to my classroom. I am Brittany from 5applebrittany.com. Thanks for being here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some frequently asked questions that I've gotten since posting my last video. The first one is, what is ESL? Great question. ESL stands for English as a Second Language. I teach English. I teach kids to speak English. So who do you teach? Great question. Most of my students live in China. They range in ages between 4 years old and 14 years old. Do you speak Chinese? Nope, absolutely not. I don't know any Chinese. This program is 100% full immersion English, so I speak English, they speak English, and no Chinese is spoken. In the very low levels, they repeat what I say. In the upper levels, they can actually converse with me, so it's actually really fun. So what are the job requirements? Well, I teach online, so you need to have internet and a computer or an iPad. Some people teach on the iPad. The biggest requirement is that all teachers are required to have a bachelor's degree. Now the field of that bachelor's degree doesn't matter at all. Mine happens to be in education, but there are many teachers that have degrees in interior design, in math, in art, in history, in all sorts of different things, and they've learned to become ESL teachers. So the field of your degree does not matter. So how much money do you make? Well, I work very part-time. So I work between 2 to 2.5 hours every day, usually 5 to 6 days a week. And I usually get about $1,000 to $1,500 a month, somewhere in there. And I'm very happy with it. My first and most important job is being a mom, and so I really just do this on the side just as a hobby. So if I meet all of the requirements, what do I need to do to get started? Well, there's not a whole lot you need to get started. I went to the dollar store and I bought a $1 background. The parents really appreciate seeing some type of educational background, so this is what I have right now. I kind of like to rotate. I go between colors, letters, numbers, all sorts of different things just to keep it interesting behind me. I occasionally will refer to my background, which is nice, but not always. So I mainly use printable 2D props, like this. Apple. This is an apple. Great job! Or this one, a girl. 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 She is a girl. Great job, Elsa. High five. So when I'm preparing a lesson, I just find something that might relate to the lesson that could help provide context for the students, and I print a prop for it. It's super easy, doesn't cost a whole lot of money. Some other props that I have that aren't necessary are toys from the kids' toy room. Sometimes I just bring their toys upstairs and use them during class. So if you would like to get your hands on some of my most commonly used printable props, I have a free download for you that you can get some of those. Just go to my website, it's 5applebrittany.com, and I'll go ahead and get those to you. Last but not least, it is so important to have a smile. Parents really love to have positive teachers. A smile really helps the class, helps the student feel warm and welcome, and you're inviting. so make sure you bring a smile to class. So does VIP Kid fill your classes? Unfortunately, no, they don't. VIP Kid does not fill the classes. That's up to you because you're an independent contractor. So once you're hired, you'll open up your schedule of the classes that you are willing to teach, and then students will choose you to be their teacher. It took me about a week and a half to 2 weeks before 100% of my classes were getting filled. But I know that I got my classes filled a lot quicker than some other teachers. Some teachers, it takes them a few weeks to establish a good student clientele. So that it is so variable and just depends on you and your teaching and the students. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a good teacher or a bad teacher, just means you're still trying to find the right students that fit your teaching style. So how long did it take me to get fully booked? It took me about a week and a half to 2 weeks before 100% of my classes were getting filled. But that being said, I was only opening about an hour a day to an hour and a half a day because that's where I felt comfortable. Since then, over the last year and a half teaching, I have worked up to teaching about 2.5 hours a day, and I think that's about my max so that I can still function to be a mom during the day. Thank you so much for being here today. Please remember to subscribe to my channel so you can see next week's video on money. If you happen to have any questions about today's video, or if you have questions that you'd like me to answer in next week's video on money, please go ahead and comment below or send me an email at 5applebritney@gmail.com. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye!